interleukin 1 and interleukin 2 as a growth factor, which are used as a growth factor in the animal cell culture medium. And these two interleukins, like interleukin 1 and interleukin 2, have some differences, and these differences are mentioned here on the whiteboard. देखो, this is IL1, and on this side IL1, and on this side IL2. The main differences between the IL1 and IL2 are noted here, and the detailed differences between IL1 and IL2 are written in the notes, which I will provide after this lecture. And let us see the main differences between the IL1 and IL2. This IL1, interleukin 1 is also known as LAP. This LAP stands for leukocyte activator factor. LAF.
सर थोड़ा सा अपना कैमरा सही से शिफ्ट करिए ना,
ठीक है,
थोड़ा सा ऊपर करके। हाँ,
एक मिनट वेट. दिस इज LAF. This is the IL1. IL1 is also known as LAF, leukocyte activating factor, या lymphocyte activating factor. This IL1 is also known as catabolin. You may use the term LAF, leukocyte activating protein. You may also use the term catabolin for this IL1. You may also use the term, this is also known as endogenous pyrogens. This IL1 is also known as endogenous pyrogen, and this is, you can write in the abbreviated form as EP. The molecular weight of this proteinaceous IL1 is about 7.5 kilodalton. You all know that all the growth factors found in the blood serum are proteinaceous in nature, consisting of the polypeptide chains. And just I have said that interleukins are glycoprotein. Okay? Interleukins are glycoprotein. So this interleukin 1 and all the interleukins like IL1, IL2, IL3, IL4 up to the IL11, all these interleukins differ from one another with respect to the number of amino acids present in their polypeptide chain. Similar, and depending on this basis, look here, the polypeptide chain constituting this IL1 consists of 552 amino acids. That is what does it mean? It means that the polypeptide chain which constitute this IL1 consists of 552 amino acid, which is the mature interleukin 1, and this mature interleukin 1 is derived from its precursor. And the precursor consists of 569 amino acid, and this precursor undergoes proteolytic cleavage to form the mature interleukin polypeptide chain. And it is very important to point out that the signal peptide is cleaved. During the proteolytic, during the conversion of the precursor into the mature polypeptide chain, the removal of signal peptide takes place. Okay? And this interleukin in turn is of two types. IL1 is also of two types: IL1 alpha and IL1 beta. These two this interleukin, which I am discussing here, IL1. This IL1 in turn is of two types: IL1 alpha and IL1 beta. Okay? This receptor, the receptor for this IL1 interleukin 1 is of two types: type 1 receptor and type 2 receptor. And you will be surprised to know that this IL1 alpha binds with the type 2 receptor, and the IL1 beta binds with the type 1 receptor. That there is differences. IL1 alpha will bind with type 2 receptor, and IL1 beta will bind with the type 1 receptor. Okay? What is the function of this interleukin? What is the function? The normal function of this interleukin 1 is the activation of T cells. And the second function is the this IL-1 promotes proliferation, growth and survival of animal cells in the culture medium. And this is the main application of the interleukin-1 which you have to do. And that is why this interleukin has been included in the syllabus of animal cell biotechnology. Otherwise, you have to study the IL-1 and IL-2 in the immunology. But because of its utilization in the animal cell culture medium as a growth factor, this topic has been included in your syllabus. This interleukin-1 signal acts as signal molecule. It has the capacity to bring about the change in the membrane permeability. It is very important. This interleukin has the capacity to bring about the changes in the permeability of the cell membrane. So this is the main points regarding the IL-1. Now look at the another side. This is the IL-2. The IL-2 is known as the TCGF. This IL-2 is also known as TCGF. And this TCGF stands for T cell growth factor. T for T cell growth factor. This IL-2 is also known as TCGF, T cell growth factor. This growth factor is produced and secreted by the mature T cell, T lymphocytes, and some amount of this IL-2 is also produced and secreted by T helper cell, cytotoxic T cells. And the chemical, as far the chemical composition of this IL-2 is concerned, it is also made up of the polypeptide chain consisting of the 133 amino acid, which is the mature IL-2, and this mature IL-2 is derived from its precursor consisting of 153 amino acid, and this precursor undergoes proteolytic cleavage, resulting in the removal of the signal peptides, and the mature IL-2 consists of 133 amino acids. And this it is very important to know that this IL-2 is more effective. This IL-2 is more effective as a growth factor in comparison to the IL-1. Which one is the more important? Which one is the more effective? Either it is IL-1 and IL-2. IL-2, interleukin-2 is more effective than the IL-1. What are the functions of this IL-2? This IL-2, interleukin-2 stimulates proliferation and differentiation. Differentiation of all types of T cells. This IL-2 is used as growth factor. It is also used as a mitogen for initiating the cell division in the culture medium. It is also used for the proliferation, maintenance, and survival of the animal cell in culture medium. As far as other normal function is concerned, this IL-2 activates or stimulates the B cell growth for the production of the antibodies. So these are the very important points. Some important points which differentiate the IL-1 from the IL-2, and the other points are already mentioned in the notes which is to be provided at the end of this lecture. So now Safia, Ujma, IL-1 and IL-2, ठीक है. एग्जाम में आपके क्वेश्चन भी इसी तरह से एग्जाम में you will be asked to write short notes on the IL-1 and IL-2, and it is sometimes the question may be asked in the subjective type question. What are the growth factors? Like, what are the growth factors? Describe the different types of growth factors found in the blood serum and mention their application in the animal cell culture. If you ask to write a long course subjective question in your examination, then at first you will have to define the growth factors. You will have to mention some features of the growth factors. You will have to write down the names of all the growth factors which you have studied here, and then you have to write at least one paragraph on each of the growth factors which you studied, because your notes should not run in more than 10 pages or 20 or 15 pages. If you are asked to write a full question in your examination, your answer should not exceed 5 to 6 pages. And you know that I have taught you these growth factors, and all the notes which I have provided runs in 2 pages. So altogether there will be 13 or 15 pages, and therefore it is not possible to write all these 15 pages for a single question. So if you are asked to write short notes, then you may write 2 pages on the EGF and interleukin and EPO